Alright, so, oh, that was what I forgot to do. There we go. All of my WASD keys work without pulling up the damn whiteboard. Alright, we are here in part 21 of the campaign, so without further ado, time to kick alien ass.
Yep.
Now here we have...
In the words of Mr. Torg, more killing! More violence!
Alright, so we've got codexes, sectopods, elite shield bearers, elite officers, andromedons, and mutons. So we got a metric fuck ton of electronic
Setting
units.
course for Sector 15, West Asia.
As per usual of XCOM 2's endgame. It almost becomes entirely robotics, because that's all their heavy units are.
Commander Tygan and Shen aren't going to be happy if we don't put the Skulljack to good use. We should have one of our soldiers equip it before they deploy.
Now the Avatar is an enemy that in particular here he is not fooled by the Mimic Beacon. So we're not even going to bother with the Mimic Beacon on him. But I'll tell you what we will bother with is getting this here Skulljack on our colonels.
Yeah, because our aim is to try and polish off what's left of this campaign when we can.
Actually, you know what? Hold on. We're not going to put it on her. Because I just had a premonition that I'm going to use the Skulljack on her, alert an enemy pod, and then basically get fucked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the Skulljack to this character. But yeah, we're good. Now we've got plenty of scans to make sure that when we engage a codex, that she will be alone, we'll be able to attack with our rangers. Now, we're gonna have to break bread and bring one flashbang on this mission. And I don't feel comfortable getting rid of grenades from any of my grenadiers. And I also feel even less comfortable getting rid of their blue screen ammo because of the massive number of andromedons, and sectopods and all of the armored shit. Matter of fact, I might have to bring armor piercing on this character instead of blue screen because of the andromedons, just in case she attacks first. It results in full damage as opposed to heavily cut damage by 4 pieces of armor. And our medic here is going to actually go in and be the one who Skulljacks. The reason for that is, if we do somehow manage to activate an enemy pod, we can throw this here decoy mimic beacon in order to buy ourselves a little bit more time. But it's unlikely because we're going to take a very slow, methodical approach. Because we have not 1, not 2, but 4 scans available with the soldiers that we have. We could make an argument to bring a field medic on this mission, but I believe that having the information that we need to not trigger multiple pods when we attempt to engage the Avatar is going to be a significant boon to our operations. Now we're bringing that flashbang. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
So the Avatar is actually going to be in this mission?
Yes, the Avatar, the one. If we Skulljack a codex, he's coming.
Oh shit.
Now, I want to bring this flashbang just in case. Just in case. But, here's the thing. I have 2 Colonel Rangers. If you don't have 2 Colonel Rangers, if you have anything left, even 1 Colonel and 1 Major, you bring a flashbang. But in this case, because we're facing against a sectopod, I'm actually going to bring double EMP here. And the reason why is because I strongly believe that our Rangers are going to be able to kill him in critical hits, spamming their weapon abilities.
Makes sense to me.
Now we have a superior laser sight on one and advanced laser sight on the other. So I very strongly believe that a point-blank range double critical hit from a rapid-fire shot will give us a good chance to kill the Avatar. The Avatar also doesn't start at full HP, but has the highest HP regeneration out of all units in the game. totaling about 6 HP per turn that he regenerates. He will teleport after each individual time that he's damaged. So that's why I say 2 Colonel Rangers, because you can sprint very far, get a flank, and hit him with 2 shots. If you had anything less, you want to bring a flashbang or some fire, like a incendiary grenade, in order to set him on fire. And when you set them on fire like that, they take an increase, they take damage per turn. They will still regenerate, but the most important part is the fact that, 1, their armor is shredded, and 2, they won't teleport after each individual time they're damaged. Being burned or disorientated disables those abilities, just like the Codex. If you stun the Codex with a flashbang, they will no longer replicate lost stun. That's why EMP grenades sometimes result in a stun, and they don't replicate. But flashbangs are a 100% chance to counter that. However, you can insta-kill a Codex with an upgraded Ranger, because they get bonus damage from flank targets, so you just flank them and then nade them.
Yep.
Alright, so we're going to go on this mission now that I've explained our equipment choices and why we're not really bringing a flashbang or flame grenade, even though it's a very, very hard counter to the Avatar. I can't believe I just said that I'm not bringing a hard counter, but I really believe that our 2, you know what, fuck it.
I was gonna say, you got 2 different grenade slots on 2 separate grenadiers. Don't you have room for an incendiary?
No, actually, that's 1 grenade apiece, so I would have only 3 attempts at removing cover, and a large number of these units take cover. And now, if we were running up against a lot of mechs and stuff, I wouldn't take the grenades, but we have like 6 or 7 confirmed units that take cover. So 3 grenades would be enough. So you know what? I think I know what I'm gonna do. Put the flash grenade on this specialist. Just think about it. If we don't alert an enemy pod, she flashes the Avatar. If we do alert an enemy pod, she uses the Mimic Beacon. Perfect plan. It's unlikely, but we are hedging our bets to prepare for the worst. Worst comes to worst, she deals a little bit less damage on an Andromedon, and one of our soldiers gets shot. But we're not gonna have a fucking mind-controlled Ranger that's coming at us with a fucking double shot, because that's terrifying.
That cannon almost always does mean instant death for anyone that they run into with that, by the way. And it doesn't matter what your tech level is when it happens.
Oh, no, actually it does. You will barely survive with maximum level armor.
You can barely survive.
Yeah, it's because they deal a max of like 12 damage or something.
Local resistance forces tipped us to the location of an alien facility tied to the Avatar project operating out of this area. We're going in to shut it down, permanently. Approach the target and place the X4 charges at the designated position. Then move to a safe distance for detonation. If we can take out that facility, we might just buy ourselves some time.
Yeah.
I miss hearing that fucking song. It's so inspiring.
It really is.
Target
Sergeant
coordinates are
Johnson.
locked in. Move to designated position and place the X4 charges.
We haven't really mentioned it, honestly, up to this point, but if...
and toss them away, laughing.
Sergeant Johnson is as eager to kill these guys.
I told him to give us some words of kindness.
Moving out.
Talked over it.
That's okay. I stopped for when he got to the real important part, and that's tossing away their skulls, laughing. The musical soundtrack to this game is actually pretty top tier, I gotta say. It knows how to inspire you. It knows how to make you feel terror. It knows how to,
that codex
suit the
provides
situation.
the ideal opportunity to infiltrate the Advent network. We will need to move in with the Skulljack to initiate the process.
Moving on target location.
I need information. We see one enemy pod right there with the codex, but I very strongly disbelieve that they are alone. At least alone enough for us to do what we need to do.
You want to know what I'm curious about right now?
No.
Why the fuck is Tygan actually listening in on and watching our battle screens?
Well, it probably helps him with some inspiration from his, I don't know, science stuff.
Well, I was gonna say, shouldn't he be researching stuff right now?
Yeah, wait a minute. Tygan, get your ass back to work.
Get your ass back in that fucking lab. Ain't no wonder it takes you so many days to damn well research shit. You always distracting yourself by coming and watching our soldiers kill things. You lazy bastard.
I'm only positioning my grenadiers so far forward because I want their overwatches to go off first and hit enemies with hollow targeting. Obviously, I'm not going to ambush them and kill the codex, but in the worst case scenario, I need everybody positioned properly.
Time to motor.
That's very true.
Alright, just like I thought, they were going to come straight in towards us.
I hear a sectopod.
Nah, it's just the wind, Alister. Chill out.
When was the last time the wind made a giant, heavy, metallic clanking sound to you?
The last time Sergeant Johnson talked about ripping open spines and snapping skulls and shit.
My last session would be...
Oh yeah, I forgot that we have the skull jacking or skull mining unlocked, so we're able to skull mine Advent troopers for, you know, intel and shit.
Yeah, but right now we need to skulljack that fucking...
So, here's a trick I'm going to show you guys with aid protocol, and it's very rare you get the opportunity to do this. You can actually aid protocol yourself like this, and then you can actually skulljack something, and then when they try to run away, he's going to shoot them point blank range. So he's actually going to run up, kill the codex, and then start shooting the trooper, and that leaves all of our units open. Now, what I'm going to do to be extra safe about this is I'm going to scan again, because I want to make sure that I'm not going to run up and trigger an enemy pod. Again, this is what we use in our scanning.
Looks like no one's in range back there.
Okay, so I know confidently that he's going to be safe. I know that there's no turret over here hiding in our blind spot. I was very afraid about that. I mean, we investigated it earlier, but you know what I mean, guys.
Look, Troy, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not out to get you. Alright?
Alright, so, depending on where the avatar spawns... Alright, Skulljack, yes. Skulljack is the quest one. Skull mining is not the quest one.
Yeah, because he specifically states that he needs you to skulljack that thing.
And it has to be a codex.
Yes.
By the way, the quest one is a 100% chance it doesn't miss. It's actually a lie how it says 70% chance to hit. No, the skull mining is always 100. And also, if you skulljack an enemy for intel, if you fail to hack, your soldier will take 3 damage. He's just like, don't worry, I got this, I'll handle it myself. You fucked it up!
And then flipped it up.
Adjusting sights. I'm in.
I really hope that he appears to the right. Come on. Yes! Go farther to the right, I fucking dare you. Come on.
What the fuck?
I believe we are seeing something entirely new. An alien species that has so far managed to elude capture or observation by resistance forces. I strongly advise a cautious approach.
It has 4 armor?
Nuts. Ha! Yeah, he does. He starts out already weakened. So yes. And
Yeah, he
also
does. He's actually missing 12 of his hit points. His max health is 35, and he's at 23 right now.
I'm coming for ya.
Hootie McDootie, we coming for that booty.
I really don't want to go too far and trigger an enemy pod, so I'm gonna go here,
Rolling out.
and then I trigger an enemy pod, and I'm just like, fuck! Alright, so there's a
Holy
chance that he's
shit,
gonna
that
survive.
dodge!
Yes, I know.
God damn. That'll get it.
I had to get him in
Take a
just
good
the
look.
right spot to get them both.
Now, is this guaranteed to stun?
It's disorientation, it's not stunning.
Oh, okay.
Now, my Grenadier, Mr. Johnson, he's able to actually fire plasma grenades.
And hit both of them.
Not only that,
Bombs
but
away.
the salvo ability will allow them to fire twice, not once. And because that avatar is disorientated, after taking damage, he will not change position.
That's right, because the avatar will teleport.
Now, we're gonna use Sergeant Johnson to teach this son of a bitch a lesson.
That enemy looks very, very similar to an XCOM trooper.
Okay, so I guess it was kind of a waste of my soldier's sprint at this point, but we're in full cover.
I
Actually,
wouldn't
no,
call
not
it a
that
waste.
bad. No, not that bad. But yeah, the
I-
Avatar is severely weakened by this. You see, normally if we would have hit him, he would have just teleported somewhere fucking else, like up here, completely random on the screen. And he could have traveled so far that he would have traveled far enough for us to have to trigger another enemy pod in order to find him.
Yeah, and I honestly wouldn't call what you ended up doing there a waste, largely because with an enemy that powerful, that potentially lethal, that potentially evasive of your attacks, it is never a bad idea to have a backup plan for your backup plan for your backup plan for your backup plan. The dog falls.
Dodge that.
What did you
That was a
expect?
psionic fucking explosion when he died.
Yes, it was, Mr. Down.
So don't melee those.
clear?
Got it.
No, you can melee them. You can melee them just fine.
Oh, can you?
Yes. It doesn't matter which colonel I give this kill to, so we're just gonna give it to our oldest colonel.
Man, that was nasty.
And now
There
I'm gonna
you
play
go.
catch up with my Grenadier.
Okay, I'll go.
Sound ping, maybe?
I see stuff getting destroyed over there.
And Muton and Andromedon. Great.
I'm perfectly fine with this. The dumbass Andromedon just destroyed his full cover. Not that it really
Yeah, he
would've mattered.
did, actually, by jamming that fucking tree and then taking partial cover like a dumb shit. Aww.
I have
Well,
to
he
use
can
my
get
other
most of his
Grenadier's
hits.
grenades. So,
Grenade!
this is a late game Grenadier.
Roared.
Get grenaded from cover and then shot at twice from one soldier. Totally
Yep.
fucking fair that this soldier can get 3 attacks in 1 turn, but it's also totally fucking fair that they have a unit that can take cover with over 20 HP, 4 armor, and on
And
top of that,
teleport.
revives on death. This is gonna hurt.
They have another unit that can do all that and more in addition to its various psionic powers and teleportation bullshit.
Can't revive him, though.
What's over there?
Puppies and kittens are over there.
I guess that'll be okay.
I have a story that I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to love from my last D&D session that I did. I'm playing a silver dragonborn mage. For anybody who basically doesn't know what that means, I'm a dragon, I'm a draconic humanoid, and I have silvery scales, obviously, and the ability to use an icy breath weapon when I'm not casting spells. And because my scales are shiny as fuck, one of the smartasses on our team, who was a warlock at the time, decided that he wanted to basically have me turn around, bend over, and take off my pants so he could shine a light spell on my ass and turn my ass into a blinding strobe light for people.
Are we moving out? We're making love, Lorraine!
I think that's an appropriate response, Mr. Johnson.
I do too.
You know what? Oh wait, no.
And my response-
He's got the rapid fire. I was thinking about the best way to take down this Andromedon, and I think that right now.
Wouldn't you want to use a specialist to kill it first?
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
specialist to kill it because it's a 100% chance to hit.
Yeah, and then you use your ranger and your grenadier to.
Well, here's the thing. It loses defense after you actually kill it. So your chance to hit actually becomes better. So now.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. Once it's revived, you could use rapid fire if you needed to for extra damage.
Well.
Shot wide.
That's fine. Sergeant Johnson's got it though.
You fucked it up. You fucked it all up.
Sergeant Johnson is stupid. Hey,
Jesus.
I'm just gonna drop 30 damage, 100% guaranteed chance. Yeah, real good. For fuck's sake. This is why chain shot has a cooldown and all that shit. Look at this.
Why can't sharpshooters be this awesome?
They can at Colonel level.
Overwatch!
What?
They can at Colonel level.
That's true.
I mean, that is a
Lock
Colonel
it on
right
watch.
here. With, like,
to go.
a bunch of fucking perception upgrades.
That's true.
Cover
I'm
now.
still really, really sad that they took away the gunslinger skill that increases their pistol damage. But then again, they individualized the weaponry of most of the other classes by removing sidearms from them. Because the pistol in the original XCOM, if you weren't, playing as a sharpshooter, 9 times out of 10 you really didn't need it. There were instances where it was useful, don't get me wrong, in particular if your gun was empty and you still needed to shoot somebody and reload
Or,
was a problem.
like,
but
weaken the enemy and not kill them.
yeah, or if you were just trying to weaken them as opposed to killing them, it actually made that easier. Particularly if you weren't using a sniper when you did it. Because if you were using snipers, you almost certainly took
Alright, I'll go.
the gunslinger skill so that you could have increased pistol damage, and then you could use your rifle when you had the chance to pull that weapon out and bust somebody's head open and run.
Scanning.
Roger that!
I've got movement. Heads up.
Alright, so I'm gonna do a scan if they don't roam into us. So I need to know exactly where that enemy pod is.
It looked like they really roamed into us.
Well, we heard them, so we know that they're out there.
Oh, Troy, that giant mechanical clanking is totally not any potential hostile enemy. It just couldn't be that.
Got it covered!
Why would you ever think that, Alister? You're fucking weird. Get off of this Let's Play. You're fired! Never come back again.
I guess.
And then
I'll be
everybody's
okay.
like, why'd you fire him? He was funny. And then you're like, damn it, now I gotta hire him
Okay,
back.
I'll go.
but for half the wage because it was your fault.
Permanent cover scanning.
Stay sharp, everyone.
Heads up.
You pay full price!
Alright, so it turns out that sound thing was actually beyond my scan distance, so
That's
that
true.
happened.
I hope it's worth it.
I used Kingdom Under Fire for a little bit of a test recording with my new headset, everybody. I've got some sound balancing things I gotta work out since I've never really done this before, but once I've got that balanced out, I don't know if I'll honestly do a playthrough of Kingdom Under Fire because that game's controls are really haphazard, and the port to it is also really haphazard because when they...
Sure thing.
Wait, are you talking about Circle of Doom?
Scanning.
No, I'm talking about the Crusaders. Circle of Doom was different. Kingdom Under Fire, the Crusaders had a really haphazard port from Xbox to PC, in the sense that they didn't even change the tutorials over so that you could see PC controls if you were playing on a mouse and keyboard.
Oh, shit!
-15. You're near the target.
He fell down the building and then busted the fucking wall open to come through and get you. The sectopod was like, hold on, that entrance wasn't cool enough. I got a Kool-Aid man through something.
Oh, yeah! This is what I'm getting. That's the vibes I'm getting here.
Oh, that would have been the best thing in the world if that thing smashed through that wall and that was what we heard. Oh, yeah! Sorry about that, folks.
Move into fire position.
Had something in my throat. Oh, yeah! That would have been so goddamn funny.
Can we get a stun?
Well, we didn't.
That's fine.
I don't think we.
Not a
I
problem.
was gonna say I don't think we did with the first EMP bomb.
Double up.
We could always have. Can we get that stun, please?
But Troy, wouldn't it be better to just use rapid fire on the sectopod? Yes, it is potentially more damage. Is it guaranteed damage? No. Do I need to get closer? Yes. Too closer? Probably.
Too close, definitely, when you consider the fact that there's two turrets, another enemy way in the back, and that shield bearer right fucking behind you.
Not only that, but,
There could also be even more pods we don't know about.
Their attack... I'm gonna do combat protocol on this thing.
Their attacks do a stupidly massive amount of damage.
Okay, yeah, combat protocol it is.
Yeah, no, you definitely want combat protocol. That rifle is not going to do shit right now. That's not too bad. There we go.
That was basically another fucking EMP grenade. It dealt 10 damage.
That really may as well have been a secondary.
And now this enemy, look at his HP. It's been completely flattened. And if we got a stun, if we got a stun from any one of those attacks, it would have been basically the same as killing him because he wouldn't be able to respond the next turn, and we could just kill all of his friends first.
Yep.
Also, the reason why I triggered the pod with my rangers is because my grenadiers will now be able to do a double action of throwing the grenade, boom, and also shooting.
Good.
There's literally no reason to just not use rapid fire. His aim is way too fucking high.
Yeah.
Boy, why didn't you just start the jump? the combat protocol because I didn't fucking think of it. Alright?
Even a master strategist can make mistakes, people, alright?
Well, if I was actually taking more time to
Oh
consider-
god, are you gonna do what I think you're gonna do?
Yes. If you're hitting 2 enemies, it's worth it. If more enemies patrol into us, putting other soldiers on Overwatch means that their attacks are not wasted. There we go.
Laying it on.
That's true. Saturation! Oh.
Oh shit, Jesus Christ.
That sucked a
doable.
little bit. That's okay though. We have a pretty good chance to take this motherfucker down.
Don't forget, we still have somebody on Overwatch because of the aid protocol, the threat assessment. I like to make enemies come towards us because a lot of your soldiers have double action.
Oh my
That
god!
is the luckiest Advent shield bearer I've seen in a while.
I know! That son of a bitch!
That's okay because I left the turrets alive on purpose and killed the Advent shooter first. For the reason that, well, if the turrets are still alive, he's gonna try and shield those turrets.
Yes. The turrets also are not going to move, and at that range, we're not going to be a threat to you.
Alright, Sergey. Oh, wait. Sergey is the one that needs to kill. Excuse me?
That guy is way back there and still has not been triggered. What the fuck?
I think he's being revealed because of the objective vision.
You know, that's actually a pretty... Yeah, actually he is, because if you'll notice, you don't have vision around most of that particular soldier right there who's hiding.
I'm just taking these shots because I don't want to use a grenade and I also don't want to get closer.
Well, why don't you hollow target his ass?
Because I want to save Sergeant Johnson's shots.
He's got infinite ammo like everyone else here. Also, there goes that guy's coming.
Shot failed to connect.
Now everybody has a much better chance of hitting him because he's flanked.
Don't you mean a 100% chance of hitting him?
Oh my god!
I'll take you all on!
I'll take you all on!
He just goes fucking berserk with his 100.
He fucking one-shot that
folks, that's blue screen ammo in action. It works against Advent shield bearer shield. Because the shield is considered robotics, but the enemy's HP is not.
Oh my god.
So his shield was actually destroyed for free. So that's something you can do when you see Advent shield bearers is ignore them for the first round. If you're behind on tech.
They're not dangerous unless they can flank or they're alone.
I'm trusting you here.
There are the Advent turrets. Well, that's a pretty good chance.
Both shots were fired, that means it's dead. Both shots were not fired.
Woman. Nope. She fucked up the first shot, so she's not even gonna fire the second. Dumbass.
Let's do this.
You gonna haywire protocol one of them and shut him down?
Yep, it's a 100% chance to shut him down, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. That ability is a guaranteed counter to turrets, and it's just a lucky point for the rest of them.
Yeah.
It's dangerous sometimes to take control of turrets because that turret may well trigger another pod. And while that pod may gangbang the ever-loving fuck out of that turret and kill it before it has a chance to do anything, and waste their turn, that also means you just triggered a pod and you may not be able to trigger them the way you want to. And on the other hand of it, if you trigger them because you want to trigger them that way, then that's to your advantage. You just have to use discretion. That magical thing that, you know, works with your brain juices as you're trying to figure stuff out. Fucking
Sergeant
Johnson.
Johnson is the most overpowered grenadier in history.
Now you guys can understand why misses need to be a thing in XCOM. Like this, the enemies don't stand a fucking chance because the player always goes first.
No problem, boss.
Well, the way Ghost Recon Shadow Wars tried to balance the fact that its heavy gunners were using miniguns is it actually gave them a very large damage variable, which essentially meant you could... You see how you do 14 to 18 damage with that shot?
It's still the same case. If it doesn't kill them, you could basically count it as a miss.
Yeah, but the idea behind it is you could deal anywhere between 5 and 19 damage with a Gatling gun, depending on how the RNG rolled it for you. You just wouldn't miss.
Running dry.
It also had the return fire mechanic in it that this game does not have with most characters, in the sense that if somebody shot you and they were within your gun's range, with most firearms, the character who got shot would immediately fire back and deal damage.
Excuse me, but this is what I was talking about having leftover overwatches. Good thing both of my rangers were positioned over here.
So it is the same pace. It's just having the RNG based more on damage rather than accuracy probably feels a little less unfair to some players.
It's because you don't feel like you're buying the farm when you miss. But in any case, though, if you understand strategy, if they're not dead and they're still able to do all of their actions, you've done something with them. Essentially.
Okay, so I got one. Dead in the water here.
To a point, that also means, though, that you can plan on how much damage you're going to take in the next round and how many enemies are going to die when you have it.
Yeah, like, it makes them easier to kill on the next shot. Essentially, you guarantee that... Hey!
It can also...
I thought I was a superior laser sight, but it's just another skill trigger. I'm kind of crying on the inside because if we would have found that continent bonus, all of the shots that we're taking right now would have a 15% chance to give us another shot. Like on Sergeant Johnson.
Yes.
If you say so.
Another instance is you can also plan for the damage your units are going to take because your medic in that game had infinite heals. It's just she could only heal so much with each heal, and she can only heal one unit a turn. So even though she had infinite heals, you're not just going to sit there and have your entire squad soaking up damage, because most missions are not going to let you get away with that. And the ones that do are not in the later part of the game.
I'm ready.
Which means most of them are easier missions.
I probably should have gave that kill to Sergeant Johnson in retrospect, but I kind of doubt that he's even going to use his colonel level ability.
What is his colonel level ability?
I'm going in.
Remember Rupture and then Saturation Fire?
Oh.
Now in session.
Yeah, Shadow Wars had some good concepts. I can see why the game didn't make it very far, though, in terms of, like, popularity. It didn't have particularly great animations, even though the animations it did have were solid. And there was actually a fair amount of depth to it, despite what a lot of people would have considered as lackluster strategy design. The story and characters being something that you could easily predict in pretty much every line that the game was going along were more or less what a lot of people complained about the game. And after I played through Shadow Wars, I couldn't really argue that, because the story to it was pretty atypical for a military espionage shooter, or a military espionage isometric tactical, which is what it turned into.
Alright. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try and bait the enemy to move farther to the left. And also, I'm going to do this with my specialists, so I can set up plenty of Overwatch hits.
Yep. Shadow Wars I actually really enjoyed. I kind of wish that game had been given a bit of a chance, because it's not bad. It definitely doesn't matter. Each character has their own unique skills.
Well, then maybe you can
A bit
record
like-
it for everyone.
When I figure out how to emulate Nintendo DS, I could eventually. Every character actually had their own skill set and class, kind of like this game is built around using all the different classes to your advantage.
Hopefully this triggers the enemy pod. Yes, it triggered them. Did she get out of sight? No, she's not out of sight.
Oh, shit! Sectopod plus adventure.
You know, if you actually kill the sectopod while it's close enough, that's a depressing amount of damage. But if that goes to show just how important it is to bring your ammo, like, look at this.
Oh my god. Yeah, like, this is sad, actually. This is barely scratching the damn
On
thing.
target, minimal damage.
You're damn straight about minimal damage.
Yeah, no kidding. You only did 3 damage to it in 3 shots. Come on, man.
This is why I saved those grenades, Alister. Could you imagine if I decided to get rid of
Well, I
one of
knew
my
you had a
grenades?
reason. I just... There's a reason for everything you do. It's just I offered the suggestion because I didn't know if you had the room.
Yeah,
spare
you
or
gotta
not.
ask the question.
Because I'm sure that somebody who ends up watching this video later is going to be like, yeah, why didn't he just bring the incendiary bomb? Well, now you know.
And yeah, the incendiary bomb would have totally worked in that same situation. But the thing is, the flashbang has a much wider radius, and the specialists are usually positioned farther back because they have fewer movements compared to other soldiers because they've got to use aid protocol. So they're usually like half a move or 1 sprint behind other soldiers worth of distance.
And that can mean a lot. Particularly when these units, when specialists don't have the grenade AoE and launch distance that a grenadier does.
Yeah, the area of effect is effectively like increasing the range.
It's like
If you
fewer
say so.
squares smaller.
Alright, so we have a 33% chance to not kill the sectopod and he's at 1 HP. Kill him. And he's gonna finish off his friend.
That was hilarious.
I got it, right?
Oh, his friend was out of range. Alright, never
Yeah,
mind.
I think it's a 1 square radius.
No, it's more than 1 square. It's like 2. It's about the same as an Archon like bomb.
Oh.
I'm gonna see if I
Also,
can
sorry,
get a
everybody.
bit closer.
Getting in close.
Yeah, sorry everybody also for the random off-topic spiel about that game. It's just one of those things you can compare this game to in order to see what feels more or less fair to different groups.
This is why I took 2 shots.
Damn it. Yeah, I know.
There we go.
There we go.
Only the best.
Way to pick up the spare, sweetheart.
I'm just gonna take this
I mean,
shot
if
because
Grayson-
there's not much else that I can do.
I was gonna say, like, all you could really do is take a free shot. You could move him up to half cover, but then that character is exposed to return fire from somebody else.
No, she's not.
I love the way they improved run and gun in this game.
They also
enemy.
pushed it much farther back to
for you.
lieutenant rank because they knew how
Yes.
valuable run and gun would be.
Already there.
With,
I was gonna
with
say,
limited
yeah,
time.
it's harder for you to get to it now, but it also does a lot more for you in enemy than it does in enemy unknown within.
I mean,
Because
hey guys, I mean that I didn't want to take a shot all the way over because I want to explain something about mimic beacons. If I moved over here, this piece of cover that I was eyeballing, it's very well possible that that tile was not going to be within the Advent Trooper's line of sight because of the piece of full cover right here. So he would actually be able to stand still and then shoot at my soldier. Putting it right there and keeping my soldiers in a safe area will force the Advent Trooper to move forward.
Yeah.
Affirmative, covering now.
It's going to force them to move up and attack. Because of the decoy.
God damn it!
That? Oh wait, no, that's not.
We're not getting good. Yeah, no, we're not getting good luck on our Overwatches today with our specialists.
Nor are they, because that was a 100% chance, apparently, and he fucking missed.
Again, how?
I don't know, but you know, if that happened to us, I'd be saves coming.
Yeah, I don't understand how that happened to them is my big issue. I'm like, what? Why?
I don't know. But I can tell you that I'm just gonna give this dude a nice little slash on his back knee.
I'm okay with that.
And he's on fire.
And now he is on fire.
So he cannot grenade us. He also can't reload either.
I hope it's worth it.
Alright, so I'm gonna try and feed this kill to Sergeant Johnson.
My mother is saying.
Or better yet, you know what? Why not just... Let's get some free intel.
Why not just snowmine this son of a bitch right here?
Locked in!
And now you guys can see why you need a higher hack and why you shouldn't use it on Rangers. Look at the chances.
Yeah. And you're validated again.
We've got access.
But hacking from like that for intel is really, really good.
One down, thousands to go.
Alright, there should be some enemy reinforcements coming. We're
I'll
gonna
be
get
right back,
everybody.
folks. My mother sounds really, really exhausted.
What's over there? Scanning. Gotta
Coordinated reinforcements. Menace 1-5, be advised, we've picked up hostile reinforcements inbound on your position.
On my way.
Then me walking around this corner alerts like 4 sectopods, and then I have to do some mega mind shit.
Menace 1-5, status confirmed. X4 charges are armed. Move to the extraction point for immediate evac.
Alright, so we're just gonna get everybody to just move point blank. And
I'm
just
trusting
shoot
you
them.
here. I'm trusting you here.
Whatever you say. Affirmative, covering now.
Moving to Overwatch.
I'm on it.
There's no peeking.
At least we know where they are.
Come on, drop off the free kills.
At least we know where they are.
Okay, sorry about that.
Reinforcements late game are just pathetic. Like,
They
they never
really
come
are.
at a disadvantageous time for the soldiers.
Oh my god, that soldier's fucked. Wow! Wow!
What went wrong?
On the margins.
Big deal.
They got me flanked.
They're like, get the last one!
Impressed yet?
He just shoots it. I got it!
Hey! Promotion! And now that heavy mech gets to
Everybody's
stand-
just pointing at each other repeatedly.
And now this heavy mech is gonna eat all of the gunfire from everyone until he dies.
At point blank range, too. But don't worry, Sergeant Johnson got it himself.
I love Sergeant Johnson's fucking avatar in this damn game.
Notify his next of kin, because they're next.
Menace 1-5. All hostile contacts near your position have been eliminated. Move to rendezvous for extraction.
Did you hear what he just said?
Yep.
Menace
Notify your
requesting
next
evac.
of kin, because they're next!
If you say so. If you say so. I'm all over it.
Oh my god.
Seems doable.
Wonderful.
Is it clear?
Alright, let's GTFO,
Evac
folks.
confirmed.
How much do you want to bet Sergeant Johnson's gonna kill the final enemy?
He's singing a merry tune right now about how he's killed everything
More
here.
charges detonated.
You know, at the beginning of this campaign, you guys would think that, oh, Sergeant Johnson, he's been really underused. But no, soldiers will surprise you on this game. Because if you look too much at stats, like, obviously stats do matter. The 100% hit chance definitely matters. And him being able to do rapid fire every turn and get the guaranteed hits also matters. But that's beside the point. Well, actually, no, it's not. He's just fucking awesome with that.
Basically, folks, statistically, what you need to be looking at here is not his class. You need to be looking at what he's been made to be capable of doing with the attachments to his weapons, the skills he's acquired, and how he's strategically been employed. This has ultimately made him more or less an MVP.
But we beat that flawlessly.
Yeah.
And we would have taken some damage, though, if it wasn't for the Mimic Decoy Beacon, so...
And please note, again, every single one of the Overwatch shots we had that missed is not factored into that accuracy rating on that successful shot percentage. So that's actually closer to about 40 or 35% accuracy. And nobody got wounded, nobody got shot, and all the enemies died.
Something I wanted to point out to everybody is, with Mimic Beacons, the most effective method to use them is to count enemy damage. If you've got, and also account for line of sight. If the enemy cannot see the Mimic Beacon, they will shoot at or attack your soldiers. So if you leave like 4 sectoids alive and then 1 Archon, if you kill the Archon, you know, that's like 7 or 8 damage that the decoy won't take, but each sectoid is like 3 or 4. So if you count enemy damage, you can really kind of squeeze as much efficiency and attack out of the Mimic Beacon as possible while killing, you know, you can prioritize enemies better without having to worry about getting yourself bombarded. Just know that Mimic Beacons, they will grenade Mimic Beacons if you're like if it's right next to a soldier. So also be mindful and careful of that. Don't like throw a Mimic Beacon next to one of your soldiers. You're gonna get naded. The Mimic Beacon a long time ago used to actually be able to take cover. It was absolutely ridiculous.
That was actually one thing about
Exceed expectations while working with limited resources. Impressive, Commander.
About certain games that I actually didn't like is that if you would use certain skills that would make enemies far less likely to target certain characters, the way the enemy AI worked is, especially since you couldn't, like, you know, since it wasn't an isometric, you couldn't spread them out to avoid taking damage together. The enemy would just spam an AoE attack in order to make sure that the unit that it was not allowed to target by that skill would take damage anyway. This game, I feel, actually fixes that very well when you use things like Mimic Beacons.
Commander, although I firmly believe the specimen we have recovered is crucial to the aliens' efforts, we currently do not have the means of properly studying it.
So when we got a hack, here's the intel that we got. So if your specialist is, you know, able to take the hospitalization days and you need intel, you go for it. And even if they can't take the hospitalization days, you need intel, you go for it. Especially mid-game and early game. But those are riskiest times because if you get your specialist injured and, like me, you only had 2 for a long period of time and not 3, now you've just either lost your medic or your combat specialist, and that's why you get 3 of them early on. I had 2 because I was trying to struggle to get my damn grenadiers, but everything worked out again.
New objective added.
So what, you have to upgrade the Shadow Chamber again?
Your troops performed admirably, Commander. Destroying that facility will slow the aliens' development of the Avatar project and give us time to further establish the resistance movement.
Didn't the Avatar already get made?
Destroying the Avatar reduces some of the golden tips on the Avatar project.
Well, so does destroying that facility.
Oh, we're researching the psionic gateway.
Yeah, we gotta finish that.
A fun note to add, if anybody's ever just going for a really long play campaign and you're not trying to go for the throat of the aliens, if you capture every single territory successfully, every single individual territory, alien retaliations will no longer get rid of your settlements.
Which means you could, in fact, actually ignore some of them if you needed to.
And you have immediate access to any advent facilities that are built. Also, holy shit, that was a fast scan. I think that we still have the scanning boost speed, so I'm going to take advantage of that and get some intel.
Priority message coming through, Commander. Putting it on screen now.
Uh-oh.
Your progress against the aliens over the past month has been significant, Commander. But there is still room to improve if we are going to eliminate the alien threat.
The fucking Avatar progress is just dead in the water at 1.
You didn't even do anything wrong that time, and you
It's
did
because
that.
I skipped the council mission that was in the Advent City. Avatar Project Major Breakthrough. I see that, I don't even look at anything else. I don't need to know anything else.
Welcome, Commander.
No, you don't.
Colonel Specialist. Now, buying Colonels late game is really good when you have the Advanced Warfare Center, and here's why. I will demonstrate. If they are at Colonel level, straight from buying them, they are guaranteed to have at least one special ability. So you're buying top-tier soldiers.
Yeah. It's literally what that is, and then you can design their development however you like.
Hunker down. Now.
Is that what they just got?
Yes, it gives you plus 20 aim on your next shot.
Huh.
Oh, wait a minute. This guy had combat protocol, the medical.
What do you think?
Blah, 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 blah. Threat assessment, guardian. Obviously. Alright, so I think that by the end game, I might take a couple of medical protocols. I think I might need yeah, I'm gonna make a second medic. Because we only have one, and one of our guys is committed halfway between the two. Hey, Cecile Girard, and her nickname is Gizmo. That's the name of my girlfriend's cat, Gizmo. We're also getting revival protocol, very important. There we go. These will be our 2 soldiers we'll take into the finale. Our 2 specialists.
Yeah.
We're not using those dodged personal combat sims. We could just throw them on somebody, but you only get so many of them, and I'd rather use that if we literally can't find something else for somebody.
Avenger plotting
Cat,
new
it's
course.
never hard to figure out what you're trying to tell me because it's always give me attention or give me food.
Market is open.
Now we can just kind of ride the rest of the game on it. Ignore the Avatar project if we need to. Expanded magazine, I'll take that. A Colonel Ranger. Let's see what we get. Let's roll for it. If we get a ridiculous Ranger, that's going to help a lot. Because we don't have any more use for intel. We've put the Avatar project dead in the water, and we're going for the alien's throat now. We have several months worth of time before it's even a relative threat. Guardian, with each successful Overwatch shot. Okay, blah 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 on that. And for the finale, we will be taking all assault. It's just the way it is. Now, the scout on the left-hand side is really, really, really good until you get to the finale mission. And then it's still good, but the scout is much, much better for actual missions than the assault. So that's why, you know, losing a colonel doesn't hurt you as much this late in the game, because you can buy a colonel like that and have a stronger one than
Setting
your
course for Sector 12,
battle-hardened
East
veterans.
Yep.
Why the fuck is there still a line right there? It's like there's still a facility, but there are none left.
I hate to do this, but you're the only one who can pull this off. You know I'd go myself if I could.
The gateway is primed. Is the subject prepared?
Ready. I hardwired what was left of the Codex brain into Rover. It should be emitting the same signal the Codex used to pass through the gateway.
Excellent. Let us begin. We've already seen the Codex opening a similar rift in the field. I am sure your device will be fine.
Tygan looks at things very differently from Shin.
He attempted to comfort her.
Part of what makes
There.
him do his job.
We're set to record across all
He did
spectrums.
attempt to comfort her.
Remember, go in, take some quick readings, then come right back through. Okay? Whoa. Are you seeing this?
It appears our signal has been received. Increasing power.
Doesn't look like any place we've been before. Or any place on Earth, for that matter.
Perhaps
How do you know
this
that,
is the
Julie?
source. The aliens' seat of power, if you will. Secure beyond any physical limitations.
Only one way to find out.
I mean, to me, that looks like the inside of a
We're
ship.
counting on you.
How do you know?
It kind of looks like the inside of a facility to me, of some kind.
Yeah.
That is definitely not fine, Doctor.
The process did work. There was an instant where the device was in between locations. However, once that occurred, the gateway called for a second signature, an organic signature. When we could not provide one, it generated a sort of feedback pulse.
Obviously.
If the Codex creates the door, this organic signature must surely be the key.
Well, we better make sure we have the right key before we try again. I would hate for this to occur to something organic.
Agreed. I'll report our findings to the commander immediately.
I think we just watched the whole thing to happen. You don't need
Now
to...
prepared to autopsy the body of the powerful being we recovered, Commander. I feel that we may be on the cusp of attaining a complete understanding of this avatar we have long sought.
The biggest problem that I have specifically with that particular cutscene, and it's a minor one, honestly, is where were the XCOM security? Because if you're going to open a fucking portal, I would think you would want armed guns ready and waiting in case something stepped through. You know what I mean?
Well, the room is like all sealed off and shit. Wouldn't you want to like quarantine the room if something does get in there and, you know, choke point?
Yes, but wouldn't you also want security personnel in there with, you know, your top researcher and engineer when you quarantined it off in case? Give them a check?
Yeah. Yeah.
These are two things that, just for whatever fucking reason, that weren't addressed in that cutscene. There weren't even automated security drones in there. God damn it.
I really don't feel like doing it. There's nothing we'd gain from this. And the time is so low, we can literally just skip every mission and just end this. We don't need to endanger any more troops' lives. And if we did this, like, what are we gonna get? Some Illyrium cores? Some fucking supplies that we don't need?
Well, I believe we still need Illyrium crystals and alien alloys to construct the Tier 3 sniper rifle so that we can actually have a sniper.
Oh yeah, that is true. I'll just buy it from the black market. I got plenty of intel that I'm not going to be able to spend up. So no, we're just going to skip it. We're choosing our battles, and we're choosing... Because if you look at the Avatar Project progress...
This research can only further our advances, Commander.
It's at 1.
Hello, Commander.
And we're getting ready to fucking research the...
I had assumed you'd make that research a priority, Commander. I'll notify you as soon as the report is available.
Yeah, we're getting ready to get rid of the Avatar autopsy here.
This creature represents a near-perfect fusion of human and elder DNA. Though remarkable, it appears as if the creature were unfinished. Perhaps why we were able to ultimately defeat it. Still, this can lead me to only one logical conclusion.
We had such hope for you.
I believe we have found our avatar.
I think there's another cutscene when we exit? No, there ain't shit. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna skip it. Now, the aliens will, like, complete a random dark event, and even if they do complete the major breakthrough, then whatever, they're not gonna get 9 avatar pips before I, like, finish the game. It's not gonna happen. That would take months. Perfectly fine.
They just keep moving.
Yeah, we lost a haven, but that's fine. We can claim it right back, because there's a radio tower right there. And once again, we have a very large amount of intel, and we're scanning for more intel so we can afford to just drop intel at will. Some people may look at this as cheesing it. I look at it as picking my fucking battles. And the battle that I will pick is this Avatar progress, just because. Okay, so what we got? Archons, Elite Troopers, Andromedons, Gatekeepers, Heavy Mechs, Codexes. Yeah, we're going full EMP again. That's in-game for you folks.
Setting course for Sector 10, Eastern United States.
Sergeant Johnson, Major Hadley. What are we gonna be fighting today? I don't know. Probably organic units. He's fucking pulling out more EMPs from that box again. All of the blue screen ammo in the fucking world. Dodge only works if the soldier is successfully hit. It doesn't actually increase the soldier's defense, which I would actually prefer that over the dodge.
Do we want to see if we can actually construct the sniper rifle at this point? Because I don't even know if we... how far along on that we are. Oh yeah, we need more supplies, more alloys, more Illyrium crystals. Damn.
True, but I don't even have a... I don't think our sharpshooter has any special... Does he? Let's see.
What, a special skill?
Oh, he's got Ever Vigilant, and this only works with... like, this isn't a rifle shot, it's a pistol shot.
Yeah.
So, that's not gonna do
He's
anything.
actually got a shitty skill for the Advanced Force Center. That Ever, like, Vigilant would have been really good if he could actually use his rifle for that.
Alright, do we have a superior laser sight? No, advanced. Again.
No, we have an advanced one, though.
Alright, well... we got superior mags on both of our specialists. Advanced scope, superior mag. Advanced scope. Okay, you just got a normal scope, but I'm just gonna leave that normal scope on there because I very, very highly value enchants.
Yeah.
Which one of these grenadiers didn't have... ah, this is advanced. Alright, there we go. Superior magazine. There we go. And EMP ammo. More EMP ammo. There we go. All good. You know,
it's time to kill people.
It would be really fucking annoying if Archons had armor. Oh my god.
Sky Ranger deployed.
We're in the pipe. 5 by 5.
The worst part about Archons is the fact that they can't be flanked. So, you don't really get crits against them. Not very much.
A hidden alien communications relay in this area is being used by Advent to transmit critical data back to their network. The loss of that data will stop their latest project in its tracks. So we're moving in to destroy the relay before they complete the transfer. We're expecting a strong contingent of security forces. Neutralize them and secure the site. Destroy that relay at all costs. Menace 1-5. The communications relay is up ahead. Move in and destroy the target.
When we beat the enemy, we will rip their skulls from their spines and toss them away, laughing.
As I said,
that building, and I don't like how my line of sight is blocked in so many places. So I'm gonna stand straight from the start.
Civilians.
Okay, so it's safe to go on top of the building, but not very far.
We've got contact.
Where's my specialist? There you are. He's gonna be right here, so the rest of our characters need to skedaddle their way. You see, because of the scan, we can actually see where those two enemies would see without actually having line of sight on them. So we can go here.
I'm all over it.
Without alerting the enemies. And normally you'd have to have line of sight on both of those enemies up there in order to see these red things that would reveal you. But because we did the scanning protocol, we don't need to do that.
Let's do this.
We're going to put both of our shotgunners behind the grenadiers because they're going to move out.
Time to motor.
Good copy. Moving on target.
Okay. Now, if you enemies would very kindly move an A. Can this specialist see both of them? She can see a hack.
Yeah,
Central Command. On turn 1, that could cause some chaos. For me, I'm not doing that.
I was like, Central Command? What? Oh yeah, I remember what that does now.
It allows us to take control of all robotic units for 1 turn. But then that means triggering damn near every fucking pod on the map, and I'm not about that. I like being alive, and I like having soldiers that are not dead. But if I did that and people died, I would accept it as my own fault because I decided to do that, and I would refuse to say it's coming. There are other times where there was something that in these playthroughs that I didn't accept, but I think we went over that. Like, I wouldn't be able to continue the campaign at those points because the fuck up was so colossal. %. Look at that. Fucking Archon's amazing defenses, man. He's got dodge, he's got defense, and on top of that, he can't be flanked. Archons are beastly creatures, and don't ever underestimate them. Prepare for them, or they will destroy you.
I hate them.
Yeah, you will learn to hate them, and then you will learn to get high ground, use chain shot, poison them, flashbang them. All of that dirty shit. Basically, I'm telling you guys to go for low blows against them. I think I'm gonna use Paula. And go for this Advent Trooper. Because my Grenadiers will handle the Archon from high ground. Hopefully. And if we get this kill... Alright, everything's gonna go really well now.
Only the best. We're visible here.
I could have taken another person on low ground, but our specialist that's behind us, she's only able to see those two aliens back there, and I'm hoping that she can kill them. With all of our stacked Overwatch shots. Notice that the hit chance is increasing because he's taking the shots from, like...
He's moving closer to them while he's doing that. One dead. Both dead. Mortally wounded.
I could see it. He's just like, no, I'm in cover. You can't shoot me. You can't shoot me. Shot anyway.
Yep.
It's dead. It has to be dead.
More corpses.
I'm going in.
Can't dodge a 100% hit chance, can you, Archon? How's that feel?
What's over there?
Moving.
Moving to Overwatch.
I'm a bit greedy for information, so I'm going to actually sprint with my ranger this time. I still want more information, so I'm going to move my ranger before anyone. Still nothing. Okay.
Okay, I'll go. Okay, I'll go.
Now, this specialist, because her line of sight is blocked here, I'll either hack this and give her override, which gives her complete immunity to the next 2 attacks that she takes. Or I could try to go for Central Command, which I won't, because that'll just leave an angry sectopod looking for us.
Heading out.
And, this is a bad spot to overwatch her, because this chunk of full cover right here is going to block her vision. So we're just going to go ahead and be proactive and move her up right here.
That's affirmative. We've got eyes on the objective. Stepping off.
I find it really strange that we've managed to get this close to the objective without... There we go. Taking him an awful long time. Uh-oh, this is definitely a hit.
That missed.
I mean, it's not, that was kind of expected.
Shot
But hey,
rail to connect.
Come and take your medicine.
They're repositioning on us!
where's my Shadow Step character? Shadow Step, move forward and ignore that Overwatch and interrupt it.
Not a problem.
This is a 68% chance, so I'd rather take 2 50-50. Only needed to take 1.
That's how it's done.
Damn straight. Also, the objective here, we could shoot it now, but I'm not gonna because we got plenty of time, and we also need to regroup our team.
I guess that'll be okay. I guess that'll be okay.
I'm gonna take this override because they're getting complete immunity to not 1 but 2 attacks for the rest of the mission can be a significant boon. And it's free. It's free, so there's no reason not to.
I'm in.
Where's Sergeant Johnson? There he is. Murder the shit out of that elite trooper. Yes, Commander. go back through the campaign, we just look at Sergeant Johnson's hit chance history, and it's just full of 100% chances since the very start.
With the occasional 90.
The only thing that he doesn't have a 100% hit chance against is fucking Archons.
Moving to Overwatch.
If that doesn't speak volumes about their fucking, like, defensive capabilities.
Yep. Their defensive capabilities are stupid.
Affirmative, moving out.
Can Sergeant Johnson see the objective from here? Yes, he can. One shot that objective, Mr. Johnson. What the fuck? What the fuck?
I do not believe this.
I don't
either. What the fuck was
I
that?
don't either. What the hell just happened?
I don't fucking know.
Locked and loaded.
What the fuck is going on?
Not even close.
Why?
Dude, just take normal shots?
I'm trusting you
I
here.
don't want to move very far because I know that aliens are going to trigger if I do.
I'm trusting you here. Scanning.
That was fucking weird. It didn't even show, like, the chance to...
Menace 1-5, we've confirmed destruction of the relay. The alien transmission is down. Eliminate any remaining hostiles and move to evac. Scanning.
I don't. What the fuck?
They're on top of the building, I think.
That was weird.
Armor's still holding.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they're on the second floor.
Yes, they are.
Not for long, though.
No, they're not.
So, what terrifies me in this situation is the fact that we haven't seen the sectopod.
Where is it?
Definitely not close enough to trigger if we move up. So now I can confidently move up with my rangers. Let's give Sergeant Johnson some more ammo. Let's give these guys a bad time. Worse than Sands is gonna give, you know, the main character of Undertale.
Fire in the hole.
Alright, here we go. It should expose everyone. And not hurt my ranger. Oh, no, he's gonna be spotted, but that's okay. And now...
Yeah, that's not the end of the world.
We open the firing range.
Oh, shit.
Oh well. I'll just shred his face. What's the hit chance? 94? I don't really like that, so... gonna have Sergeant Johnson do it.
I don't approve of that 6% chance to miss.
Well, here's the thing. If I mark him like this with Sergeant Johnson, now it's 100% on both of them. Don't you get it, Alister? This is how you play XCOM. 100%.
You want some more?
Let's do this.
100%.
Hello, Hairball. Annie, what am I gonna do with you?
Good to go.
See, now it's 100% again. For both hits. Oh,
Come
God, kind of. There's a chance I would have been in deep shit. Or not a good chance. There was a decent enough chance that I would have been in deep shit. That's not 100%, so hold on, let me get right up in his face.
Sure thing.
There we go, that's better.
What did you expect?
I'm on.
I expected 100%. Where the fuck are the enemies at?
Here I come.
Like, we've destroyed the objective and damn near infiltrated the building. Like, how much farther do you want us to go? We want to
Good
destroy
job.
behind the
Covering
building,
now.
boy. For fuck's sake. And the dark alleyway behind it.
Overwatch. If you say so.
No problem, boss.
I'll take your medicine. Take your medicine.
Ah, here we go. Oh, wait, it wasn't the second part, it was the gatekeeper.
Negative damage.
Oh, god damn it. One of these things is gonna
Adjusting
replicate now. Finish it.
Just a little off.
Damn it.
Rough as
That is
hell.
not good.
Not good.
That was about as rough as it could have been, really. Ugh.
No, hold on. We got one more chance to finish off the second codex. Sergeant Johnson, the motherfucking MVP. The legend. The absolute hero. The 100%.
Man, if you thought he was good with a sniper rifle, folks, just come watch XCOM and see what he does with a Gatling gun.
I want to show you guys that because we don't know the location of the last codex, but if you look here, we're unable to move into this tile inexplicably. And also, when we move forward, we get like a sword icon right here, so... I mean, like, that fog of war, you have failed us.
Excuse me. Yeah, the fog of war does that.
And now I'm going to use this capacitor discharge and attempt to hit both of these codexes. And if I can't do it, I'm gonna have to use a mimic beacon. There, any angle. Come on. Alright, whatever.
Time for a power surge.
Stun, please. Good. Disorientation. Good enough. Ooh, she can actually dodge because there's a 1% chance off because I don't have Blade Master. Blade Master, ladies and gentlemen, very effective late game. Even still, makes a huge difference. Colossal. If only I could test. Is my other ranger close enough? Oh, yes. Actually, she is.
Yeah, it looks like it. She can't quite get that other codex for whatever reason, though. It's the wall.
I got an idea.
The wall is limiting the explosion.
Because she's disorientated, this has a chance to kill... Oh, wait, no. Sergeant Johnson, where is he? We'll use one of his grenades. Why, you may ask? Well, the answer to that question is simple. His grenades do more damage. So he can actually kill the Codex, guaranteed.
Frag out!
And then he can kill the other Codex with his guaranteed fucking 100% aim. And now both of my rangers will go up to the
I see
rooftop.
one over there.
MLG.
Let's do this.
Take this, you heathen bastard! Ah, yeah, we got the stun.
Absolutely.
If we finish the mission, all of that stuff on the floor, it's gonna pick up for us automatically. I used that aid protocol in anticipation that he was gonna need to take some Overwatch shots. In response to using the Mimic Beacon, but we fortunately did not need it. Even if we didn't get the stuns, we just straight up used the Mimic Beacon anyways. So what I'm gonna do here is, I'm gonna actually grenade the floor up there. And that unit, it flies, so it's not gonna fall through the floor, but it should, maybe, perhaps, open up line of sight and allow me to shoot it through the floor. There we go.
Yeah, that'll work.
They're going down.
More killing! More violence!
Well, goodbye, Gatekeeper. So, even if we didn't get the stun and didn't have, we've got enough damage to actually kill it.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, shit! She was one
Status
tile away
confirmed.
from the explosion.
All hostiles are down and the area is secure. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Good job, team. We finished it in exactly 8 turns. And we actually spent some time waiting around. That was an easy mission, considering the fact that we brought enough blue screen ammo to destroy, like, the bunker or even fucking assault the Pentagon. Or, well, I don't know, maybe compared to the armory that somebody would have if they played Grand Theft Auto for 6 years.
Oh god, Grand Theft Auto.
You know, I like that game, Grand Theft Auto. I like that they have remained consistent about many things through their games. That's very good. Now, yes, they do have some predatory shark carding and stuff, blah blah blah. The shark cards really aren't that bad, and damn near everyone I've seen doesn't even want to buy them because they can farm to get stuff faster than it costs them shit ton of money. But anyways,
executed to the highest standards. Excellent work, Commander.
What they've remained consistent about is, number one, in every game there's a shit ton of details. Rule number two, every single game of Grand Theft Auto has remained the same theme, and that theme is having a goal to be a successful criminal in every single one. And they've never changed that up until they started adding alien vehicles and shit into the game.
Considering the limited resources available to you, Commander, you have still managed to exceed my expectations. Excellent work.
And I'm meaning Grand Theft Auto 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and all that shit. And rest in peace to the motorcycle hijacking animation from playing Grand Theft Auto Vice City, where you'd fucking Liu Kang flying kick them off of the bike and steal the bike that way.
Advent is not taking the death of an elder lightly, and in turn have greatly accelerated the final stages of their Avatar project. A plan is now in place for the rapid processing of all non-essential human life to begin immediately.
That doesn't sound good.
That sounds horrifying.
All non-essential human life. I guess that we can keep the Walmart employees alive.
Yeah.
Welcome, Commander.
Oh, by the way, if you want to get like really heavily advantaged early on and build buildings and whatnot, if you're doing like a workshop rush, then you know, use the scanning bonus of rapid construction in the first month. And since you're using rapid construction and you're not building like a guerrilla tactics or something, and you're really trying to dig way deep into the Avenger with as few engineers as possible, I mean, that's what you do. Rapid construction is very useful early on. We didn't utilize it because we got so ridiculously lucky, but making sure you utilize medical assistance and rapid construction for mistakes like the one where I got grenaded by the Muton that a long time ago earlier in my playthrough. That was just lazy of me to just reload the save. What I should have done is just continued and then showed you guys that you can recover if you buy medical assistance and scan at HQ. There were points of interest that were going to expire, but there were times that we had where, you know, it would have been just like 40 supplies or some shit that we were scanning for instead of healing our soldiers.
It won't be easy, but I think it's the only option we have at this point.
Agreed. We must inform the commander immediately.
Go right ahead.
Commander, Central, the Shadow Chamber has completed its analysis of the Avatar's DNA. It has identified the genetic sequence necessary to travel through the Psionic Gate.
Perfect. We can finally shut this Avatar project down for good.
However, the gate requires more than a mere transmission of genetic data.
The sequence has to be part of a live subject. The key only works in lockstep with the signal.
We don't have time to find another one of those things, let alone capture it.
No. That part we can handle. We make our own.
You're serious?
Quite. Though the specimen before us is damaged beyond repair, it has provided us with its complete genetic blueprint. We already possess an unaltered avatar template from the Forge facility. That, combined with the genetic material we recovered at the Black Site, should allow us to replicate the procedure here.
So, what's the catch?
Yes, that. Without an elder consciousness driving it, the new avatar would remain as lifeless as the one before us. While I can develop its body, I cannot create the mind to drive it.
But I can. In a way. By manipulating the new avatar via the psionic network.
You want to operate one of these things? By remote control?
Not exactly. And definitely not me.
Interfacing directly with their network would cause severe, if not fatal, trauma to an unprepared central nervous system. As it stands, we only know of one individual who has survived that kind of ordeal.
Me.
Fuck y'all.
That was different. The stasis suit.
Created the perfect interface to the network, one tailored to your specific biology, Commander. Of any human candidate, you are the most likely to survive the connection.
Most likely is not good enough, Doctor.
It is
Ain't
the
that
only
fucking
answer
true?
I can give you, and our only option to traverse the alien portal.
We need to come up with a game plan before we charge through the enemy's front door, which will give you some time to think about this, Commander.
Central says that from when he was leading the Avenger before we got here.
This being is something else entirely, something beyond anything we have ever seen. And yet somehow, our troops once again prevailed.
That's very true because it's worth noting, folks. Essentially, when Tigan mentioned all the battle data and plans that they've been filtering into your brain through that implant and basically using you as a military supercomputer for combat tactics, that obviously had to have put an inordinate amount of stress on your mind to an extreme degree. In other words, it's a miracle that with however long you were likely stuck in there, which was almost certainly years, you are probably not going, like, it's a miracle your higher thought processes even function, let alone the fact that you would be able to control when you pissed after being stuck in there for years. And that seems like a really blunt and probably tasteless way of putting it, but it's not wrong. Now, what he's talking about doing is implanting your consciousness through a remote control link into a psionic super being and having you drive the damn thing all the way from back at base.
Hey, you know what? I'm happy to put my neck on the line for these soldiers. They've served through the most difficult of times. They've been grenaded, punched. There's even a dude that was drop kicked multiple times in a row and healed over and over.
Yes. Now, the reason why I bring this up is to put it in perspective for you. Essentially, what they're asking you to do is not only to risk your consciousness again, you have to risk your sanity, sense of self, and your life, in addition to just being able to ever essentially wake up again.
And you know what?
So
I don't think that's any different from what we've been asking our very soldiers to do this whole entire time.
It's really not. Because your soldiers can be driven insane by the enemies they fight. They can be driven to extreme fear, betrayal through mind control, all kinds of horrible shit. Essentially, the commander is now being asked to do exactly what his soldiers do on the front lines. The difference is he's piloting the only thing that could get them into the source of this problem and stop it.
As well as back out.
Yes, as well as get his team back out.
Message for the commander coming through on a secure channel, sir.
On screen.
Sir, it's coming from the Advent Network Tower.
You heard me. He's taking a big risk contacting us like this.
Hello, Commander. You and your crew are to be commended. Your efforts in rebuilding the Resistance Network and uncovering the truth about the Avatar Project have been admirable. I only wish I had better news to report.
When does he ever?
Advent is not taking the death of an elder lightly, and in turn have greatly accelerated the final stages of their Avatar Project. A plan is now in place for the rapid processing of all non-essential human life. To begin immediately. Very soon, Advent's speaker will announce a breakthrough in gene therapy. A final treatment for the human condition. Billions will flock to gene therapy clinics across the globe. They will never return. I have managed to secure tactical data and access codes to the Advent Network Tower. The speaker's address will be broadcast live to a global audience via this facility. The whole of Advent's network will be listening. It is this hubris that we must use against them. The information I am sending you should allow Dr. Tigan and Chief Engineer Shen to take control of the transmission and disrupt their entire network from within. Though my hope is that this disruption will confuse the enemy's forces long enough to allow your final assault a chance of success, I ask one more thing of you. Take what you have learned. Let the world know what is happening here. Wake them up. Broadcast the truth before there is no one left to listen. It seems we are both out of time. Farewell, Commander.
You definitely can't say the man behind the screen is not on your side after that display right there.
Not if the Advent troopers missed.
The first one missed.
Commander, I've updated our current objectives based on the most recent findings.
And you know what? That was probably XCOM's Chimera Squad with their fucking breach tactics strategy thing. Breach and clear, motherfuckers! Kicks open the door, they're shooting everywhere. Alright, so let's continue scanning.
We have the target site locked in, Commander. This is our chance to strike at Advent's heart. Once we control the network tower, we can finally show the world what the aliens are doing. There's no turning back after this.
Full squad gains squad sight. Look at that. Squad targeting, squad aim increased by 15, and crit chance by 25.
Shit.
Squad video feed, squad vision increased by 2. Video feed is one
Are
of
you
those
able to get all of this?
Yes.
Yeah, why would you not do that?
You can only take 3 soldiers on this mission.
What?
Yes. And less. Yeah. You can only take 3. Also,
Avenger.
That sucks.
It's only about 10 enemies. And the Avatar Project is so fucking dead in the water, we could actually spend a long time just scanning and building up shit if we really wanted to, but no. It's time to get these
We need those
off.
alloys and Illyrium crystals.
Sure, but they're probably not going to get the opportunity to use them, Mr. Balance. I'll buy them because there's nothing else we could do with the intel.
Well, I don't know. That supply drop might give you the opportunity, unless you have to assault that tower right this second.
No. No, you don't. You can take as much time as you wanted. But I will tell you that we're at about an hour and 55 minutes, so we're going to have to continue this in part 22, our final part.
That's okay.